Have you ever seen anime characters with special powers that literally make you say, "What the f?" Well, considering how bizarre some anime can be, you probably have seen stuff like that. Welcome back to the channel, my fellow otakus. Today, we'll be taking a look at the top 10 WTF abilities from the world of anime. 10. Get creative. The hidden dungeon only I can enter.
石段は大気の塵を拳に圧縮させたイメージを弾く。倒せた。
Get Creative is an extremely overpowered ability of Noir Stardia, who is the protagonist of this show. Noir used to be a simple young boy with an ability called Great Sage that answered all of his questions but gave him pretty harsh headaches. However, after finding Olivia in a dungeon, he gains this brand new ability that lets him recreate any special power in the entire world. He can fly, increase his mental or physical capability, become invisible, or whatever else he desires. He can also bestow these powers onto other people. I mean, come on, that's OP. This literally sounds like the best power ever. But wait, all big powers need to have some kind of consequences. Well, the only consequence this ability has can be counted as a reward if you ask me. Get Creative requires LP energy in order to work, and LP energy is generated whenever Noir eats something good, achieves a goal, or shares an intimate moment with a woman. This being an ecchi anime, of course we usually see Noir using his LP through sexual means. 9. Naval Laser, My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is a very interesting anime in which every other character has some kind of unique ability. Choosing just one ability for this list was pretty hard because of how many abilities can be found in the show. In this list, we'll be talking about one of the most useless powers from the entire show. Naval Laser is a quirk that belongs to a boy named Yuga Aoyama. Just as the name suggests, this ability lets Yuga shoot out lasers from his stomach. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Well, the sad part is that every time Yuga uses his ability, he gets a very bad stomachache. So, in a way, this ability is almost useless for the poor boy. Oh, and did I mention that without a special aiding belt, Yuga's naval laser can leak out at any time, unintentionally? Yikes. Almighty Push and Pull, Naruto Shippuden.
Shinra Tensei.
If you have watched Naruto, then you know just how powerful and nerve-wracking this ability is. This was the power of one of the 6 pains that were being controlled by Nagato, and no one was able to survive its destructiveness, except for our boy Naruto. Of course, Almighty Push allows Nagato to push anything away from him with great force. This part of his ability makes sure that no one is able to get close to him no matter what. On the other hand, Almighty Pull allows Nagato to pull anything towards himself with similarly great force. Nagato uses his push and pull abilities quite masterfully in order to quickly deflect any enemy's attacks, while also being able to swoop in for a surprise attack. This ability is so overpowered that he was able to destroy an entire village using a single push. Also, while I did say Naruto survived this ability's destructiveness, he was only able to overpower Nagato because Nagato was not feeling well and was only using puppets to fight. 7. Explosion, Konosuba. Megumin is a cute little lolly from the Konosuba series, and she is absolutely obsessed with explosion magic. She's so obsessed that this is the only type of magic she wants to learn and perfect. She refuses to learn any other kind of magical abilities, so this is the only ability she can use for all of her intense battles. The good news is that she can actually create explosion blasts powerful enough to destroy all kinds of enemies. However, the bad news is that this ability requires so much mana that she instantly collapses just after one attack. This means that Megumin's explosion ability is basically useless because she's not able to protect herself or run away after using it. Heal, Redo of Healer.
行くぞ。ヒール。
If you've been watching Redo Healer, then you know why Keiyaru's heal ability belongs on this list. While it does have a generic and simple name like heal, this ability can pretty much do anything. Well, on the basic level, this is just a healing ability, but it also gives Keiyaru the experiences of all the people that he heals, which means that he can basically gain the experience of any other fighter and gain their abilities. This is a truly terrifying power, and our boy Keiyaru uses it to do the most disturbing things to the people that he hates. Redo of Healer is a revenge story in which Keiyaru has gone back in time using his heal ability in order to exact revenge on everyone that wronged him. Good thing this doesn't exist in real life. 5. Lelouch's Geass. Code Geass.
死ね
Yes, your highness!
There are many Geass abilities that can be found in the Code Geass series, but I'm only going to talk about my personal favorite and the most overpowered Geass ability out of all of them. Lelouch's Geass literally allows him to command anyone to do anything. Yep, he just has to look them straight in the eyes and command them to do anything at all, and the other person will be forced to do it. The only two drawbacks of this ability are that each individual can only get affected by this ability once, and Lelouch can't use this ability against other Geass users. Throughout the series, we see just how destructive the power of Geass can be, as Lelouch uses it to take over Britannia. 4. Seductive Sweat. Hamatoro, the animation.
君たちがただものじゃないことは分かった。ならばこっちも力を使わせてもらうよ。ミニマムの力を。はっふっはっふっはっ。
This is probably the weirdest superpower on my list that also happens to be completely useless. This ability is possessed by a homosexual man named Hasuda Arai. Hasuda's ability allows him to seduce people using his sweat. Ugh. However, there is just one small drawback. This seductive sweat only works on males. This means that any woman can easily beat his ass without them getting affected by his ability. Well, at the very least, Hasuda can use this ability to get any man in the entire world. Though, of course, he will have to keep on consistently working out, because as soon as he stops sweating, the ability will just stop working. 3. All the abilities of Dragon Ball characters ever. Of course, this list can never be complete without the many abilities of the characters from the Dragon Ball Z universe. These characters possess a lot of abilities, so I couldn't really choose only one for my list. I'll briefly explain some of the most overpowered abilities from the series. Okay, first of all, let's just talk about how all of these characters can literally move faster than the speed of light. Oh, and let's not forget about ki blasts used by these fighters. At the start of the show, they were still somewhat acceptable, but now it's just like Kamehameha! Boom! An entire planet destroyed just like that! Currently, Goku is literally many times stronger than the God of Destruction, who is able to destroy planets using his pinky finger. 2. Serious Punch. One Punch Man.
一冊マジシリーズ。マジ殴り。
Okay, this is probably one of the funniest abilities on my list. This ability is definitely what it looks like. It's just a punch. However, this punch is so powerful that it can beat any and every single enemy in an instant. If you have not watched One Punch Man, then you're probably feeling pretty confused right now. So let me give you a little bit of backstory. Saitama used to be a normal guy, but one day he decided to become extremely strong. He started doing 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, and a 10-kilometer run every day. He repeated this workout until he lost all of his hair and became the One Punch Man. Now, Saitama possesses the ability to defeat anyone using only a single punch. 1. Return by Death. Re-Zero. On paper, Subaru's Return by Death ability sounds perfect and extremely overpowered. Well, it is overpowered, but it's definitely not perfect. And you for sure don't want a power like this for yourself. Subaru's Return by Death allows him to go back in time whenever he dies. This means that he's literally immortal. However, the sad thing is that he always feels the pain while getting murdered. Also, the world that he is a part of is extremely brutal, and the poor boy keeps on dying again and again. Yep, This is the most effed up ability in the entire list. As the story continues, we see poor Subaru getting more and more traumatized as he sacrifices his life to protect all the people around him. And what's even worse is the fact that no one around Subaru can actually know about how he has died to protect them again and again. Well, that's it, guys. This was a list of the top 10 WTF abilities of anime characters. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you didn't. But how could you not? Aww. Subscribe to the channel for more such content, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.